Hi. I hope whoever is watching this is having an okay time. Today is June 9th, 2021. So it's almost 2 years since the release of the game. I think it released on June 7th or 8th. I'm not entirely sure, but that seems about right. This is gonna be a short video. It has to be. Gonna visit the Blue Tower, which is a short and easy stage that I don't think I'll have a whole lot to say about. I think I've talked about this before, but I might as well say it again. So, one of the things that I wanted to do was to nudge the player in the direction of an easier area to begin with. And so nudging is when you it's like a psychological concept when you're trying to make someone make a decision or act in a certain way subconsciously. But of course I have no idea how to do that. But to me it seemed like having this little water path here might do that, because it sort of looks like you're following a line towards something. And this is actually like something that I paid a lot of attention to when the game was released, was which direction people headed in first. And it sure as hell wasn't this direction. I think this is like one of the stages that the least people went into initially. Down here was really common. So I would say down there was the most common, and then over here to the left was the second most common, and then over here and just straight right was the third most common. But yeah, I wanted, so I didn't want people to immediately sort of stumble into a really difficult area, because I was hoping that you would sort of get a grasp of what's happening here before you like got stuck somewhere and like didn't know why you were there and what your goal was. So I think it's like a little bit more tolerable to be stuck in the golden area, for example, if you know why you're there, if you're like on a clear mission towards collecting the letters. And so that's why I was hoping people would head this way. Also, this is like one of the very, very early screens that I made for the hub. And this kind of exemplifies or illustrates what my idea was for the hub and for the game in general. And this I've also spoken about before, but I was thinking like a big game where sort of the gimmicks from Thank the New Geezer and Haystack 2, like those types of gimmicks were implemented in like a seamless open world, as opposed to like one screen and then another screen and they're sort of disjointed. But yeah, this screen is like I'm just using a gimmick in like the most basic way, and that's sort of the point in a way. I don't know how else to explain it. Yeah. This screen, holy shit. Whoop. Definitely a filler screen that I added pretty late on. Probably added this, I would say, in the last 2 weeks, which were the most hectic part of development for sure. And I think I just added it because before, you know, you would just get to the tower immediately from the central hub, and it just feel like kind of an abrupt break. Let's turn this up just a little bit. When I discovered this song, it's one of the songs I found when I was just like going through just album after album after album, like deliberately trying to find songs for the game. But finding this one, oh my god. Let's say I had a pretty strong emotional reaction to hearing this for the first time. And I needed like something this soothing. But yeah, the idea for this stage, this was the second stage that I made in the game. And the only idea I really had was, okay, I want every single jump to be a drop. I mean, that sort of tends to happen naturally if you're making a tower that where you're moving vertically and downwards. But that was the idea anyways. So that's what I did. And I think that is true. Maybe there might be some jumps that are not really drops, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, sort of lost track of what I was doing and started playing. I think this area is really basic, I guess, and it's just carried by the setting, like the visuals and the music, and just like a tower. Those are like three pretty appealing elements to the stage, but the design in itself is obviously like very basic needle. But again, and I will continue to say this in every video, it's much less about the design and much more about how you package the design, how you present it. So, I mean, I think this area works. It's not the most exciting one, but it's pretty fun, and it stands out. It's memorable enough. And I don't think anyone who beat this game would see this and like not remember that they did it. But they could probably not point to a single jump that they have a recollection of. Yeah, is there really anything else to say here? This is the first video where it's like actually just not half an hour of ramblings. Next video is gonna be a long one because I will be going over all my previous games. But yeah, this is Buzz up, Maxinado. Yeah, kind of a weird one, but thanks for watching.